Elder John T. Caine addressed the congregation. He had rejoiced in the instructions received during conference and was glad that it had convened in Salt Lake City, as there were greater facilities here for the purpose than elsewhere. The work we are engaged in is pressing onward. Although we have been told what would be our experiences in the development of the church, we could not realize their character until they were upon us. The object for which we gathered should always be kept before us. It was not to better our temporal condition, but to obtain our salvation. Also to prepare a people for the coming of the Savior when he shall appear. The world have formed mistaken opinions regarding this work and its object. They do not understand it to be the revelation of the gospel of salvation. Much prejudice exists regarding the Latter-day Saints for this reason. A certain class of men, on account of their ulterior notions, have purposely misrepresented this community. One of those errors is that there exists in Utah a union of church and state. The leaders have established a polity outside the genius of the government of the United States. This is a grave mistake. The saints came here as a religious community, led by their spiritual leaders. The latter had, of necessity, in the settlement of these valleys, also to advise and instruct the people in relation to temporal matters. The exigencies demanded this. The people needed instruction upon the subject of sustaining themselves physically as well as otherwise. The chief men had shown their ability in that direction in guiding them to this place. That is all there is to the idea of church and state. Even if a man hold an ecclesiastical office, and an office in the state as well, it does not follow that there is an amalgamation of the two branches. When they have been selected for those political positions, it was because of their fitness and the confidence the people repose in them. This community is not alone in this regard. Because a man becomes a Methodist, a Catholic, or any other kind of religionist, he does not relinquish any of his rights as a citizen of this republic. He still has a right to use his influence in favor of sound politics, as well as in religious matters. There never has been a disposition to establish a union of church and state. One of the first leading acts of the people who came here and pioneered the settlement of this region was to call a convention, send delegates to Washington, the seat of the general government, and ask admission into the Union as a state. All the people have ever found fault with here has been the character of the laws passed applicable to them and to the manner in which they have been frequently administered. This has been caused by a belief that they were not compatible with the fundamental principles and institutions of our country. There is no disloyalty in protests of that character. The people who have come here from distant lands have not continued their allegiance to the countries of their nativity. They have identified themselves with this republic by securing citizenship in it. This is essentially a democratic community. It may be said you vote all one way. Well, if the people wish to vote all one way, they have a right to. They have a right to vote for their friends in preference to their enemies. Although we meet with men who maladminister the laws, yet we love and cling to the principle of this great government, because in them there is liberty. They inculcate the right of local self-government, and we must cling to them. The speaker said he embraced the gospel 40 years ago. He had never seen any reason to regret the step he then took. The principles he accepted had initiated him into the Church of Christ. He hoped to continue to adhere to them. He was grateful for the faith and confidence of the people, and felt that he had been sustained by them in the trying position he had occupied, and hoped to still be worthy of such support.